Hi there. This is a set of videos that I put together just for you. I look forward to reading your comments and receiving your suggestions on how to make these videos more enjoyable or ideas for specific content that you might have. Thanks for watching. Today, Porsches include mini 911s, a turbo, a pair of GT3s, and a 550 Maranello on the Ferrari side. Hi there. Porsches sold on Bring a Trailer include a pastel yellow over nephrite green 38,000 mile 1999 Boxster that sold for $17,250. This is not an attractive car to me. The exterior graphics and the wheels need to be changed, but that still leaves the froggy interior. This was a fair sale. An Arctic Silver over Black 2005 Boxster S with 28,000 miles sold for $30,000. A very clean car. This sold at the upper end of fair. A Minerva Blue over Tan 1976 911S Targa located in Norway sold for $75,000. A nice car, inconveniently located. This was a fair sale. A Guards Red 1988 911 Coupe with 98,000 miles sold for $60,501. Not a perfect car. This edged into well sold given the work required to put it in better condition. On the Ferrari side, a 550 Maranello V12 engine sold for $25,000. When purchased by the seller 22 years ago, this was already being utilized as a display piece or an artwork, so the odds are high that its highest and best use is a display piece. This was well sold. Speaking of 550 Maranellos, a Rosso Corsa 1999 with 35,000 miles sold for $136,000. Bid to $111,000 on this platform last August. Today's sale seems fair. A double-sided illuminated Ferrari sign measuring 39 by 23 inches sold for $7,100. It's a sign. Well sold. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, and to ensure that you receive notice about tomorrow's show, go ahead and subscribe. On P-Car Market, a rhodium silver over red and black 8,000 mile 2016 Boxster Spider sold for $85,600. Even with the goofy interior, this was a bargain, and it will likely be flipped for a profit. I would guess $25,000. A GT Silver 2007 911 GT3 with 20,000 miles sold for $121,000. Given the mileage, this was a fair sale price. A black over black 2003 911 Targa with 72,000 miles sold for $28,500. A little on the high side, this hatchback 996 looks clean. A lapis blue over black 74,000 mile 2002 Boxster S sold for $11,250. This was another bargain price on a drop-top Porsche. An illuminated single-sided Porsche service sign measuring 28 by 20 inches sold for $4,500. It's a sign. Well sold. A Mexico Blue 2018 GT3 with 10,000 miles sold for $201,000. Sticker on this 991 car was $181,000. This was well sold. A black 1986 911 Turbo with 51,000 miles sold for $85,250. This clean turbo was well purchased at this sale price. A Guards Red 2002 911 C4S with 78,000 miles sold at a bargain price of $38,000. I really like C4Ss. Nice. On Bring a Trailer, the following cars and engine were bid with their reserves not met February 28th and March 1st. A 1969 1720cc flat 4 engine for a Porsche 912 was bid to $6,600. A black over black 1982 911 SC Targa was bid to $91,000. A black 2002 911 Coupe with 81,000 miles was bid to $23,500. A silver 1970 911E Coupe was bid to $106,000. A Modena Yellow Euro 1996 Ferrari F355 GTS with 66,000 kilometers was bid to $122,000. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include a turbo, a GT3, a pair of 356s, and a Ferrari 308 on the side. Hi there. Porsches on Bring a Trailer today included a midnight blue over gray 2003 Boxster with 101,000 miles that sold for $11,500. A great bargain on a clean car that included the hardtop. This was well purchased. A red over black 2.2-liter powered 1971 914 with a 916 body kit sold for $30,000. Probably a fair deal. I'm not a fan of this particular car. An Arctic Silver 1999 911 Coupe with 79,000 miles sold for $31,000. This was a fair sale on a decent 996. A black 2001 911 Turbo Coupe with 92,000 miles sold for $47,996. Very much a bargain. This 996 Turbo was well purchased. A Grand Prix white over linen 1989 911 Cabriolet with 65,000 miles sold for $60,000. A good value here. This was well purchased. A gray over red 1960 356B Cabriolet sold for $92,500. If you can handle the bloody interior, this was a bargain price. A basalt black 40,000 mile 2004 911 GT3 presented by a great seller sold for $93,000. This sale may not happen. The high bidder seems to have been caught in the fun of bidding with no thought that they might actually win. This was possibly well purchased. An Oslo blue over red 1955 356 Speedster sold for $247,000. I like the blue. The interior? No. The price? No. I would prefer a $35,000 replica. This was well sold. On the Ferrari side, a white over black 1982 308 GTSI with 29,000 miles sold for $70,000. A well-purchased 308. The buyer in this case has purchased more than 70 cars on the platform. Well done. On P-Car Market, a Guards Red over Black 37,000 mile 1984 911 Targa sold for $57,000. This was a fair sale on an above-average Targa. An Arctic Silver modified 26,000 mile 2007 911 S sold for $65,000. Sold last year on this platform for $64,000, this seems to have been a fair sale. Fitted with an F77 power package from Champion Motorsports, a $10,000 kit that can be ordered, the to-be exhaust sounds great. Two Porsches on Bring a Trailer were bid with the reserve not met today, March 2nd. A green, modified 1964 356C Coupe was bid to $91,500. A very red twin-plug 2.5-liter powered 1970 911T Coupe presented by a great seller was bid to $90,000. On Cars and Bids, a seal gray over black 2006 Boxster S with 26,000 miles was bid to $22,500. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include a Safari, a Turbo, a pair of Cayman, a pair of Ferraris, a 365, and a 308. Hi there. In Porsche sales on Bring a Trailer today, an Arctic Silver 2007 911 Turbo Coupe with 51,000 miles sold for $90,000. I've often made this remark, and I'll repeat it, a 997 Turbo for less than $100,000 is a bargain. A racing yellow 2014 Cayman S with 63,000 miles sold for $42,250. Sticker on this 981 was $75,000. This represents a great value, lots of car for the dollar here. A good-looking car, too. A copper brown 1978 928 with 69,000 miles sold for $25,000. Many prefer these early 928s to later, heavier models. This was a fair sale on a decent driver 928. An aqua blue Safari style 2013 911 coupe with 12,000 miles sold for $108,000. Bid to $96,000 in December. This is probably a fair sale price. The professional video accompanying this sale is superb. I'll add a link for the video below along with the usual links to the car sale pages. And I'll show more and talk about this car in today's short video. On the Ferrari side, a red over black 1983 308 GTS Quattro Vovale with 42,000 miles sold for $72,500. This was a fair sale price, maybe a bit light. A blue 1970 365 GT 2+2 sold for $290,000. A car in great condition. This was at the top end of fair. On cars and bids, a chalk 2020 Porsche Cayman GT4 with 36,000 miles sold for $115,000. Sticker on this 718 was $130,000. Has surprisingly high mileage, and it was a well-sold car. On P-Car Market, a Carrera White over Blue 23,000-mile 2006 911S Cabriolet sold for $48,027. A fair sale price on a nice low-mileage 997. You gotta love that interior. I do. A paint to sample Burgundy 1980 911 SC with 62,000 miles sold for $56,000. A nice-looking car. This was a fair sale. A pair of roof signs measuring 7 feet by 3 feet and 3 feet by 1.5 feet sold for $11,509. Their signs, they were well sold. Porsches on Bring a Trailer bid with their reserves not met today, March 3rd, include a silver over black 1972 911T Targa bid to $54,500. A Carrera White 13,000-mile 2010 911 GT3 was bid to $141,000. A Verde Inglese 1995 Ferrari 456 GT with 20,000 miles was bid to $77,000. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include several 911s, including a GT2 and an RS Club Sport. Hi there. In Porsche sales on Bring a Trailer, a silver over Burgundy 1987 911 Cabriolet with 131,000 miles sold for $40,750. Acquired on this platform in 2020 for $34,749. This was a good buy on a 3.2 cab. Just a whole lot of burgundy poured out on that interior. A gray vinyl wrapped black modified 2006 911 C4S coupe with 68,000 miles sold for $55,500. This 997 was sold on this platform twice before, in 2019 for $47,500 and last year for $51,000. Since its recent acquisition, it's been converted to rear-wheel drive only. The engine's been modified and more. The parts utilized are from quality suppliers, so assuming competent installation, this was likely a fair, if odd, sale. In our last video, we had a 991 Safari, now a 911 SC Safari, a black 1978 with 120,000 miles that sold for $57,500. One comment suggested that this car has about $60,000 in parts added to complete the Safari look. With this sale, someone got a free 911 SC. An Arena Red over black and gray 1999 Boxster with 69,000 miles sold for $13,500. A great car for the money. This was well purchased. A Guards Red, one owner 2010 911S Coupe with 21,000 miles sold for $75,000. A very nice looking 997. This was a fair sale. The tiny polished lip on these wheels? No, sir, I don't like it. I would either have the rim painted to match the wheels or better have it refinished in a nice silver or gray. Another Guards Red 911, this a 1984 Targa with black interior and 51,000 miles sold for $56,500. No top-off photos, poor presentation, It might be a decent car, but I don't think, as presented, it's worth this price. Well sold. Well, look at this. Another Guards Red 911 Targa. This, a one-owner, 1988 with champagne yellow interior and 34,000 miles. Sold for $109,911. Now, it's not fair to compare these last two cars, but this example has a fabulous exterior, even though the interior is mostly tears. This was well sold. An Arctic Silver 18,000 mile 2003 911 GT3 sold for $129,996. Located in Canada, this car had an accident when new, which, combined with its location, held down bidding. This was well purchased. A speed yellow 1995 911 Carrera RS Club Sport with 51,000 kilometers sold for $360,000. Likely a fair sale. The Carrera RS Club Sports are the more track-focused brother of the RSs. I'll show more and talk about this car in today's short video. An illuminated, single-sided, individual letter Porsche sign measuring 9 feet wide and 8 inches tall sold for $17,000. An illuminated, single-sided Dino sign measuring 20 by 15 inches sold for $6,000. They're signs. Well sold. 3 Porsches on Bring a Trailer were bid with their reserves not met March 4th and 5th. A white 4,400 mile 2014 Cayman S was bid to $59,500. A Guards Red 1980 911 SC Coupe with 61,000 miles was bid to $45,500. A Glacier White Rest of World 1998 911 Turbo XLC with 135,000 kilometers was bid to $152,000. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, all Porsches, including a pair of turbos and a GT3 RS. Hi there. In Porsche sales on Bring a Trailer, a Guards Red 1987 944 with 159,000 miles sold for $11,000. A decent car, this was a fair sale. A Summer Yellow over Black 1976 914 2.0 sold for $26,000. A clean car in a happy color, this was a fair sale. A black, modified 46,000 mile 2007 911 Turbo Coupe sold for $91,000. Lots and lots of mods on this one, which could be good or not so good. The prospect of an enhanced turbo was the goal. Best of luck to the buyer. An Aventurine Green over Gray 1995 911 Cabriolet with 52,000 miles sold for $61,000. While this is a fair sale price, I think this really represents great value in a 993. A GT Silver 43,000 mile 2017 911 C4S Coupe sold for $88,500. Take your pick of the interior color. Please, take it. This was a fair sale. A Guards Red 1987 911 with 79,000 miles sold for $79,000. While this is a fair sale price, I think this was well purchased. An Arctic Silver 20,000 mile 2007 911 GT3 RS sold for $237,000. One of 410 examples built for the U.S. during a 2-year production run, this was on the high end of a fair sale price. I'll show more and talk about this 997 in today's short video. A slate gray 41,000 mile 1997 911 Turbo presented by a great seller sold for $280,000. I love this color on a 993 and it looks superb here. This was a fair sale price. On P-Car Market, another nice gray, an Atlas Gray over Black 2005 Boxster S with 55,000 miles sold for $23,000. This car sold at a high price given the conditions of the sale. Unfortunately, the seller went into the hospital while the auction was underway and was not able to answer questions. These were mostly blind bids. Well sold. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include 3 944s, 4 Boxsters, 1 a Spider, a pair of turbos, and a GT3. Italians include an F355 race car and a Dino. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, an ocean blue over a sea of gray 47,000 mile 1998 Boxster sold for $17,250. Sold with the hardtop, other than the gray, this was a bargain price. Another ocean blue over tan 2000 Boxster S with 41,000 miles sold for $20,055. Previously sold on this platform in 2021 for $23,500. Today's sale was a little light. Well purchased. A white, repainted, modified 1970 911T non-running project car sold for $27,000. Originally Conda green, painted black and then white, the engine last ran 20 years ago. This was probably a fair sale. Best of luck to the buyer. A triple black 13,000 mile 2012 Boxster Spider may have sold for $60,372. Indications are that this was a sale, but the winning bidder said that the seller texted indicating that the car was no longer available because of an emergency. Odd. I think the price was fair. A Sienna Red 1977 911 Coupe with 105,000 miles sold for $57,500. A nicely restored and improved car with sports seats, this was well purchased. A white Rest of World 1985 911 Turbo Coupe slant nose conversion with 107,000 miles sold for $82,000. In addition to the steel conversion, a larger turbo, improved wastegate, and intercooler were fitted, and this factory 300 horsepower engine recently pulled 280 at the wheels. Not too shabby for a turbo going on 30. This was well purchased. A very red 1968 911 Coupe 2.4 liter sold for $77,000. Bid to $70,500 when listed on this platform in 2021, today's sale is likely high on the fair side for most folks. It has rough spots, but it was built as a driver. A GT Silver 2019 911 GT3 Touring with 10,000 miles sold for $223,000. Sticker on this 991 was $179,000. This 500 horsepower beast was well sold. A modified seal gray 2001 911 Turbo Coupe with 69,000 miles sold for $64,500. A great looking car at a fair price. The mods on this include a roof exhaust, coilover suspension, engine remapping, and also included are an original wheel set. Sold on this platform for $57,500 2 years ago. I think there's real value here. A Mirage 37,000 mile 2000 911 Cabriolet sold for $26,000. Okay, first things first, the rear wing needs to be snapped off as soon as possible. With that, this would be a nice looking car. Today's sale price is fair, near bargain level. A repainted red 1967 912 sold for $55,500. Originally Irish green, the exterior of this car doesn't look too bad, aside from riding a bit too high on the wheels and tires. Inside, the wood wheel should go. One comment stated that there are 3 Irish green 912s on the market, none listed at less than $75,000. This may be a fair sale. On the Italian side, a Rosso Corsa Euro 1992 512 TR with 130,000 kilometers, located in Belgium, sold for $174,000. Regardless of the mileage, this car looks spectacular, and it's actually been driven. I love it. This was well purchased, as the seller takes care of all transport, customs, import, and registration fees to the U.S. A familiar race car next, a 1997 Ferrari F355 Challenge sold for $82,500. Relisted after a non-paying bidder in January at a price of $105,000, this was well purchased. 108 of these were made, and it's the last manual Ferrari race car produced. Even if not now, that's a bargain in the making. A black over black and gray 1970 Dino 246 GT L series with 56,000 kilometers sold for $497,000. Perhaps not a screaming deal, but more than fair. It's lovely, really a stunner. A single-sided enamel Ferrari sign measuring 37 by 19 inches sold for $14,500. An illuminated, single-sided Ferrari and Maserati service sign measuring 50 by 25 inches sold for $16,000. They're both signs well sold. On Cars and Bids, a speed yellow 2001 Porsche Boxster with 100,000 miles sold for $10,800. I have to call this a fair sale price, as this is a relist due to a non-paying buyer on the platform in February. The price then? $10,500. There is additional value here. A triple black 1991 944 S2 Cabriolet with 100,000 miles sold for $13,333. Another sale price with lots of value behind it. This was a fair sale. Make no mistake, both of these last two cars are used cars with flaws, but they are very nice drivers. Speaking of nice drivers, on P-Car Market, a Guards Red 1985 944 sold for $12,000. Not in the same league as the S2 that I just covered, this was perhaps well sold. Also not in the same league as this next car, a Zermatt Silver 1988 Porsche 944S with 23,000 miles located in Canada that sold for $22,000. I like this car a lot, as it's reminiscent of my Maraschino Red 944S that I used to own. This is a two-owner 944, and it has the Saratoga top, as I did. That's nice, even with the full bottle of Burgundy interior. Cars on Bring a Trailer bid with the reserves not met March 7th and 8th include the following. A great-looking sapphire blue 2016 Porsche Cayman GT4 with 6,000 miles was bid to $95,000. Could have vacuumed the carpet. A 2005 911 GT3 Cup engine presented by a great seller was bid to $18,000. On first sight, many think this is perfect for my 67 912. Informed comments suggest hundreds of hours of fabrication to make this fit even contemporary cars. This may become art. A repainted, modified, chalk 2008 911S Coupe with 57,000 miles was bid to $60,500. Yikes. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, all Porsches, 914s, 944s, 911s, and an interesting experiment. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, we start with a strange one. An Arctic Silver over ratty red 1999 Boxster EV conversion with 215,000 miles sold for $16,472. With a stated range of about 50 miles, this was an experiment on a beat-up Boxster with a broken top, operated on for an upcoming television show. It's now a single speed. Well sold. No short video for you. A 1969 2.2-liter engine and 5-speed transaxle located in Canada sold for $20,500. A great-looking engine. This appears to have been a fair sale. A Guards Red, single-family-owned 1986 944 Turbo with 19,000 miles sold for $66,000. Sticker on this car was $32,000. This 944 is in excellent condition and sold at a top-of-market price. A slate gray 4,900-mile 2003 911 Turbo Coupe X50 from a great seller sold for $131,000. A Betty, beautiful exterior, disappointing interior. As one comment noted, amazing car, but I just don't understand how someone could willingly order that color interior. It is the most bland, gray, cubicle-esque color possible. Well said, and a fair sale. A black 1987 928 S4 with 31,000 miles sold for $53,500. A 928 in exceptional condition, this was a fair sale. I'll show more and talk about this car in today's short video. A guard's red over cashmere beige 1992 911 Cabriolet project car with 111,000 miles sold for $44,250. This car does have 4 wheels, an engine, and seats, but it needs a whole lot of work. Motor rebuild, suspension, bodywork, interior work. Ugh, this was well sold. A Grand Prix white over blue, 27 years owned, 1989 911 Cabriolet with 114,000 miles, presented by a great seller, sold for $62,000. Twice previously bid and unsold on this platform, both in 2022. In January it brought $50,000 and in August it brought $55,000. Today's sale seems fair. A sunflower yellow over black 2.2-liter flat 6 powered 1974 914 sold for $41,250. This is a clean, modified 914, and it brought a big price. Well sold. A repainted slate gray 1992 968 coupe with 163,000 kilometers sold for $26,500. A Japanese market car, originally Zermatt silver. This is probably a fair price. Love those seats. A triple black 2000 911 Cabriolet with 80,000 miles sold for $23,300. A few questions remained outstanding about this car. It's not perfect, but it looks to be an acceptable driver with some issues that just need to be addressed. And a fair sale. A Signal Orange 1973 914 2-liter 6 sold for $37,100. Originally a 4-cylinder car, the addition of the 6-cylinder engine to an orange car brought bidders like moths to a flame. This appears well sold, to me. On P-Car Market, an Alpine White 1987 944 Turbo with 115,000 miles sold for $16,000. A low price for a car with many unanswered or unaddressed questions, this was likely worth a roll of the dice. 3 cars on Bring a Trailer were bid with their reserves not met today, March 9th. A Midnight Blue Rest of World 1994 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.6 with 144,000 kilometers was bid to $257,000. An Ivory over Red 1960 Porsche 356B Roadster was bid to $169,000. An Argento Nürburgring 22,000-mile 2002 Ferrari 360 Modena was bid to $140,000. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include a Cayenne, a pair of turbos, a pair of GT3s, plus a Ferrari F355. Hi there. In Porsche sales on Bring a Trailer today, an Arctic Silver 2009 911 C4 Coupe with 45,000 miles from a great seller sold for $60,000. Upgraded with a few suspension and engine pieces, this sale price was just a bit high. Not the typically excellent and thorough photography I expect from this seller. That's odd. Another Arctic Silver 997, this a 42,000-mile 2008 911 Turbo Coupe sold for $94,000. An exceptionally clean 997, this was well purchased at less than $100,000. A Mirage 2000 911 Coupe with 98,000 miles sold for $24,500. Sold on this platform in 2018 for $21,000. I like this color and I like this car. This was a fair sale. A classic silver 2014 Cayenne with 102,000 miles sold for $30,500. A high sale price on a 6-speed Cayenne. These always seem to get people frothy on Bring a Trailer, like they've never before heard of or seen a manual transmission Cayenne. An Ocean Blue 1997 911 Targa with 79,000 miles sold for $74,000. Because it's not a coupe, it doesn't receive the love. This was a fair sale price on a lovely car, and it has additional unrecognized value. An Aussie Blue modified 2.8-liter powered 1969 911T coupe sold for $167,500. Engine updates, suspension updates, interior updates. This was well built and likely a fair sale. A Guards Red Over Black 1989 911 Turbo Cabriolet with 35,000 miles sold for $200,000. Reportedly selling for $20,000 over the reserve price, this was likely still inside the upper fair sale price range. A British Racing Green 2022 911 GT3 Touring with 1,000 miles sold for $340,000. Sticker on this 992 was $213,000. This was very well sold. On the Ferrari side, a Rosso Corsa over Tan 1997 F355 Spider with 34,000 miles sold for $100,355. Once again, not a coupe, not getting the love. This was probably a fair price. It may be a little on the low side. On P-Car Market, a jet black 9,000-mile 2018 Porsche 911 GT3 sold for $180,000. The sticker on this 991.2 was $184,000. This was a fair sale price on a nice 991. I'll show more and talk about the car in today's short video. A rhodium silver 7,000-mile 2015 Cayman sold for $45,000. Sold to a non-paying bidder on Cars and Bids last year for $44,750. This was a fair sale. On Bring a Trailer today, the following cars did not meet the reserve pricing. March 10th, a black modified 2003 Porsche 911 Turbo Coupe with 54,000 miles was bid to $52,750. Another 911 Turbo, this a Guards Red 1989 911 Turbo Coupe M505 slant nose with 18,000 miles, was bid to $270,000. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include 5 911s and a pair of Boxsters and a pair of Ferraris. Hi there. In Porsche sales on Bring a Trailer today, a black 3.2-liter powered 1975 911S Coupe sold for $58,000. This seems like a nice purchase of a hot-rodded 911S. A seal gray 27,000-mile 2001 911 Turbo Coupe sold for $64,000. An extremely clean and well-presented 996, this was a bargain. A slate blue 1984 911 Coupe with 69,000 miles sold for $85,500. Acquired on this platform last November for $58,750, I called it a fair sale and well worth the sale price. Indeed, this was well sold today. An Arctic Silver over Stone Gray 2005 Boxster with 67,000 miles sold for $21,000. A 987 very similar to this parked next to me today, and I thought, what a great car if you can find one for $20,000. This sale is that. An Albert Blue, single-family owned 1971 911T Coupe sold for $171,911. No rust or accident damage. Matching numbers. Original paint and interior. Single-family owned. Never restored. Well-documented history. Well sold. I'll show more and talk about this car in today's short video. A red over tan 1987 911 Cabriolet with 93,000 miles sold for $47,000. Acquired on this platform in 2021 for $40,000, this was a fair sale price, close to a bargain. A Glacier White over Black 1997 Boxster with 59,000 miles sold for $15,750. Sold with the hardtop and a set of uninstalled front seat covers, this was well purchased. On the Ferrari side, a Rosso Corsa over Beige 1986 Mondial 3.2 Cabriolet with 8,000 miles sold for $63,018. Listed and unsold 2 years ago with a high bid of $41,986 and due for a belts and engine out service, perhaps $15,000 to $20,000. This is a like-new Mondial that needs updating as it has sat idle for several years. This was well sold. A Rosso Corsa 20,000-mile 2006 F430 sold for $257,430. We don't see many Betty Ferraris, beautiful exterior, disappointing interiors, as they're typically equipped with black dashes. This one is the exception, and not exceptional. I don't like the tan. This was well sold. Lastly today, a shout out to the folks at Bring a Trailer. They just had their 100,000th auction. Congrats. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, all Porsches, a 912, 911s, and a Cayman. Hi there. In Porsche sales on Bring a Trailer today, a sepia brown over tan, original owner 1973 911T Targa sold for $106,911. This platform can be an amazing place. The car is a single owner. The mechanic for the past 45 years commented during the auction on the maintenance he's performed. With a recent transmission rebuild and clutch, this was a fair sale. A black 1967 912 Coupe sold for $31,333. Lots of work to be done here, but perhaps a good starting point. This was a fair sale. A chalk 3,400-mile 2020 Cayman GT4 sold for $100,500. Bid to $105,000 in December. That looks like it should have been accepted. This 718 stickered at $117,000. This was a fair sale today. A Meteor Gray 2008 911 C4S with 92,000 miles located in Canada may have sold for $37,000. It seems more than one bidder was unable to place their last-second bids in the closing parts of this auction. Best of luck to the buyer. If this does close, it was a bargain all the way. An illuminated Porsche sign measuring 37 by 25 inches sold for $3,600. On the Italian side, a single-sided illuminated Dino service sign measuring 31 by 19 inches sold for $9,000. They are, Two cars on Bring a Trailer were bid with their reserves not met today, March 12th. An orange over black 20,000-mile 2008 Porsche Boxster S limited edition was bid to $43,000. A Guards red over black 25 years owned 1984 911 Targa was bid to $35,000. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include a pair of 911s, a pair of turbos, and a pair of Ferraris. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a black 1985.5 944 with 61,000 miles sold for $19,500. Sold on this platform in 2021 for $20,250. This was a fair sale today. An Arctic Silver over black 46,000-mile 2006 911S Cabriolet sold for $43,500. This was a relist after a non-paying bidder auction last month when the high bid was $45,000. I called it a fair sale, also noting that the included wheels needed to be mounted and the black spats removed. If only they would listen. A Zambezi Green 1973 914 sold for $32,000. A very clean and good-looking car, this was a fair sale. Another green car, an Oak Green 1977 930 Turbo Carrera with 120,000 kilometers from a great seller, sold for $200,000. Originally delivered to Canada, I like this color. I own this color on a 911S with black interior. This interior is a split P Tour de Force with a couple of other shades thrown in for free. I'll show more and talk about this car in today's short video. A Polar Silver 1996 911 Turbo with 53,000 miles sold for $205,000. This nice 993 was well purchased. On the Ferrari side, a Rosso Corsa over beige 1989 328 GTS with 19,000 miles sold for $120,000. Due for a $2,500 service, this all-original GTS is in fantastic condition, and it was well sold today. A repainted, red 1959 250 GT Pininfarina Coupe sold for $402,000. Fitted with Rosso leather, too much red inside, this was well sold today. On Cars and Bids, an Arctic Silver 2008 Porsche Cayman S with 101,000 miles sold for $18,000. An attractive 987, this was well purchased. On P-Car Market, another Arctic Silver car, this a 2000 Boxster S with a sea of gray inside and 58,000 miles sold for $13,000. Very much a bargain. This 986 seems to have lots of remaining miles and smiles. A triple black 2007 911 C4S Cabriolet with 68,000 miles sold for $42,000. With some necessary and helpful recent maintenance, this 997 was a fair sale. An illuminated single-sided Porsche sign measuring 54 by 48 inches sold for $2,000. It's a sign. Well sold. 4 cars on Bring a Trailer were bid with their reserves not met today, March 13th. A Guards Red 1987 Porsche 911 Coupe slant nose conversion with 104,000 miles was bid to $56,000. Another 87 911, this a black over black Targa with 127,000 miles, was bid to $69,500. A black Euro 1984 928S with 45,000 miles was bid to $31,000. And another green car, a Speedway Green 1990 911 C4 Coupe with 59,000 miles, was bid to $161,000. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include 3 turbos and a Safari 911. Hi there. In Porsche sales on Bring a Trailer, a cobalt blue 2006 Cayman S with 120,000 miles sold for $22,250. I love this color. I own a 997 in this color, but with blue interior. The miles are higher than I would prefer, but the color brings the sale price into the fair range. A black 1991 944 S2 race car sold for $18,944. For someone who wants to go racing, this is an inexpensive entry ticket. Included were a number of spares, including wheels, making this a fair sale. A basalt black over gray and black 22,000 mile 2008 911 Turbo Cabriolet sold for $89,000. A fair sale price on a 997 Turbo Cab. Lots of value here. A black 1979 930 Turbo slant nose conversion with 41,000 miles presented by a great seller sold for $104,930. This is a nice looking car if you like this sort of thing, and likely a fair sale. A chalk 2021 911S Coupe with 4,000 miles sold for $135,000. Poor photography makes this car look white in nearly all photos, and then there's the bloody interior. Sticker was $143,000. This was well sold. A black 1978 930 Turbo with 71,000 miles sold for $105,000. This is a decent looking turbo, and it brought a fair price, perhaps on the low side of the range. A Carrera White 2007 911 GT3 with 33,000 miles sold for $136,997. A clean car, this sold at about the right price. A dark blue, non-running, 52 years old, 1964 356 Coupe project car sold for $58,000. This 356 coupe was purchased by the seller's wife in 1971 and last used in the late 90s before being parked. This may have been a fair sale. On the Ferrari-ish side, a pair of signs sold for $16,000. On P-Car Market, a repainted green 1971 Porsche 914 sold for $15,500. Likely a fair sale, this car was previously willow green, which this is not. A black 1991 Safari-style 911 C4 with 158,000 kilometers, located in Rome, sold for $128,250. Location hurt the top end of this sale, and the Pasha interior helped. This was likely fair. I'll show more and talk about this car in today's short video. Two cars on Bring a Trailer were bid with their reserves not met today, March 14th. A slate gray 1989 911 coupe with 69,000 miles was bid to $78,000. I like it. A red, non-running 1971 911T Targa project car was bid to $22,250. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include a pair of 912s, a pair of Targas, a Spider, a Turbo, and more. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a ruby red 34 years family-owned Euro 1984 911 coupe with 91,000 miles sold for $48,250. This was a better-than-average car that sold at an average price. A triple black 1990 911 C4 Cabriolet with 66,000 miles sold for $59,600. With a recently rebuilt engine, this was a well-purchased 964. A slate gray, modified RSR-style 1970 911T Targa sold for $83,000. This car intrigues me. The components and the apparent build seem to suggest this was well purchased. A speed yellow over black 18,000-mile 2004 911 Turbo Cabriolet sold for $84,000. A fat price for this yellow dream, this was well sold. A Guards red over black 2023 Boxster Spider with 39 miles sold for $145,000. The sticker on this 718 was $126,750. This was well sold. A Dolomite silver over black 2022 911 Targa 4S with 5,000 miles sold for $174,000. Sticker on this car was $161,000. This little, sometimes redhead was well sold. A sand beige, one owner, 1967 912 coupe 5-speed sold for $71,000. A very clean car. If 912s are your thing, this would have been a nice one to own, and this was just a little on the high side of fair. On the Ferrari-ish side, an illuminated single-sided Ferrari sign measuring 38 by 52 inches sold for $6,000. On Cars and Bids, a lapis blue 2006 Porsche Cayman S with 65,000 miles sold for $29,987. Another car a bit on the high side, this 987 is nonetheless very attractive. A Guards red over black Rest of World 911 SC Cabriolet with at least 75,000 miles sold for $35,250. The wheels on this car are not my favorites. Overall, the car is in acceptable condition. I even like the front end without the fog lights. I owned a white over blue similar to this. The manual soft top is a breeze to use. This sale price makes me want to get another Cabriolet. On P-Car Market, another 1967 912, this a silver model with a 4-speed, sold for $49,250. Another better than average 912, this was a fair sale price. Since we have two of the same model year, I'll compare these two in today's short video where I'll show more and talk about both of them. A single-sided LED illuminated Porsche sign measuring 25 feet by 21 inches sold for $9,500. This sign was assembled and suspended from a crane to announce a new dealership. As such, it ships in one piece at 25 feet long. It's a few $1,000s on top of the lovely $9,500 sale price. It's a big sign. This was well sold. One Porsche on Bring a Trailer was bid with its reserve not met today, March 15th. A lemon yellow 1967 911S soft window Targa was bid to $373,000. On the Ferrari side, a Rosso Corsa Euro 1989 Testarossa with 16,000 kilometers was bid to $138,500. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well.